Oh, hello YouTubes. This is the maiden voyage. I've been painting, and this is the maiden voyage of the Wagner Flexio 3000. So it's got two different paint jobby thingies in it, and I've watched a lot of YouTube videos on it, so I'm pretty much a professional by now. So I'm going to break it out and I'm going to paint this wall. I've never used it before. I've used sprayers in the past, long past ago. So I'm going to break it out and I'm going to give it a shot on this wall and see how long it takes me. The goal is not to take me very long. We'll see if that happens. So let's do this. So it's 5 minutes to paint a wall. That is black. Your video is not messed up. You're not seeing anything. My daughter's wall is black. I only let her do one in black, so that was the compromise. Oh wow, look at all this stuff. Stuff. So I need this for sure. In all the videos I've seen, they definitely use that. And I'm probably going to use this one because this is the bigger one. And I'm doing a big wall. So yeah. And in the videos they definitely use this too. So let's see. Look, that goes right in there like that. Oh, perfecto. The knob turns to just the flow, the direction. This is the air power. This is the flow rate. So yeah, see, I'm pretty much a professional at it already. So let's do this. I don't know what these are though. What does it say they are? These are oh, they're filters, but the filters are already in there. So we should be good to go. We just gotta get paint in. Paint shaken and stirred. We're gonna go ahead and undo this. This doesn't look too important, so we're going to put that in there for later. Alright, let's do it. Let's fill that up with some paint. We're going to do primer first because it's black. And we're probably going to have to do 2 coats in this whole room. So we're going to go ahead and hit the first coat, make it primer. And then the second coat we're just going to hit and make it the white. I'm not going to primer the ceiling because it's already white. It's not purple or black. I'm going to give it a few test runs on the cardboard to get familiar and make sure it's all flowing right, and then we'll hit the wall and see how it goes. I expect this wall would probably take me about 30 minutes, minimum 30 minutes to paint. And with having to do all the edges with the little brush and everything, probably, you know, I'd say most likely 45 minutes each coat, you know. So this I'd have to probably do 5 coats to get that to white again. And God, I ended up doing 4 or 5 coats on this whole room just because of how dark it is. And that's what I ran into before. So we'll see how this works. We're doing primer white and go from there. Put the gloves on. Alright, let's do this. So I don't care much about the carpets because the carpets are getting replaced. I just don't want to make a total mess of them because I still got to walk around. And I've watched, you know, like I said, I'm a YouTube professional, so I've seen a bunch of videos on this. And some people still paint all the edges with their brush, but I'm not trying to save, I'm not painting the whole room one color, including the ceiling. So I don't care much about the edges. So I'm hitting it, everything is getting hit with the spray. And doing it as fast as possible. It's Monday. I want to have this whole floor painted and done by the end of the week. And finished. Not like upstairs where I got like one more coat and touch up to do. I want it done. I'm so tired of painting. I can't tell you how much painting. Oh, it's terrible. So, here we go. There it is. We're going to start with a 3. We're going to put the house inside. It says 6. We're going to start on a 5. Alright, let's see. We want a wide spray. We're going to increase the flow. We want it even wider than that. I mean, we want it as wide as possible. Let's see. Not very wide. And let's pump this up to where it says. Oops. I think I had the nozzle pointed the wrong way. Yeah, look at that. That's much better. I had the nozzle pointed the wrong way. Alright, fuck it. Practice over. Let's give it a shot. Alright. We're going to increase this to as much flow as we can get. Forgot my mask. First time, I think it went pretty good. I mean, it's a black wall, so I'm definitely going to have to get a few more coats in. But the fact that that didn't take me 45 minutes to do and worked 100 times better than just throwing the paint up on the wall is definitely a plus. So I'm probably going to let this dry and do a little research, see if I want to thin out the primer a little more. I probably went a little too heavy because it's just primer and I still got to do one more coat of actual paint. So I probably could go lighter on the primer and I'll probably thin it out just a little bit to get the flow nice and even and I can move faster with it. So that's what I'm going to do. And I wanted to sand the walls first. So the rest of the walls I'm going to sand them and then thin out the primer and I can hit them a little faster. And I'll notice I got a couple things here that I still haven't patched yet. So I'll probably go ahead and hit, I don't think I'll worry that too much. I'll hit that too, so I'll get those patched. But yeah, it was definitely a lot faster. I would do a timer on it and see how long that took. But yeah, that definitely did not take me all day. Or most of the day, which is good. And like I said, it worked a lot better than just throwing paint up on the wall. Awesome. So, I'll be back.
Controller goes down, you can have another domain controller that will be responsible for authenticating users and authorizing users so that people can still use the domain. So that's a crucial point. You also will want to secure your domain controller. And a good way to do that is, in some cases, you might want to have an RODC, a read-only domain controller, out at some of your less secure locations. You can also couple the domain controller with BitLocker. But the domain controller is a crucial aspect of creating the domain, and the domain controller needs to be installed. So when you first create your domain controller, you have to first decide what computer is going to house that domain controller. And we'll see a little bit later on how to do that. The global catalog server is a type of domain controller, and it's a domain controller that is very easy to install. You can do it actually when you first install the domain controller, or you can do it once the domain controller has already been installed. It is recommended if you have a single domain that every domain controller be a global catalog server. And the global catalog server is used for your users who log in to be able to find resources. So in particular, it's more helpful when you have a multi-domain scenario. If I simply have one domain, I might need to create a global catalog server because there could be an application that needs it. I might also want to do it if I have a lot of remote users. If I'm going to work with multiple domains, I definitely need a global catalog server, and that's usually going to be one per site. And that global catalog server will help users logging into the domain find resources, whether it be people or printers. Like I said, applications might also need it. There's certain apps like Exchange that will need a global catalog server. The global catalog server is going to be replicating also throughout the forest as opposed to just within the domain. So it's a crucial part, especially if I have remote users and applications that might require it. As as you can see, there's really a lot of moving parts to Active Directory. And we've covered quite a lot of ground.